The world abounds in change through man's ability.
He ends up having like 5 people working under him that he's convinced are all John
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah, exactly.
Now there's a fucking sketch.
Yeah, exactly.
I left my
That's
notebook upstairs, but that's a good one.
We had one, Tony and I had one, so... welcome to Foulcast. This is the story we're telling. I'm Ken.
I'm Josh.
I'm Doug.
So Tony and I, so we were, how old are you in 7th grade?
12, 13.
11, maybe?
No, I think you were 11.
I think 14's like freshman, so 12.
12, 13 probably. Yeah, that makes sense. So we were probably 13, 14-ish. I don't even think Tony had a bass at that point. I think we were just talking about starting a band and getting into like hardcore and punk rock. And we had my dad's old acoustic. And we had one string on it. We would go down to my basement and we had this Christian hardcore album. The band was 6 Feet Deep. And there was like a song with a bass track that was like dun 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 dun, and I would scream that song. I would do the vocals and he would play bass on this one string.
You're playing upright bass on the one string guitar.
It was a high E string at that.
Yeah, exactly. And then at some point we like started goofing around and pretending we were going into the record label office. And I had like, we were weird, man. as you can imagine, but like,
I mean, kids are weird.
Yeah. He would be the guy behind the, like, I was like meeting the guy and I'd show up.
This isn't the story about how you gave your first blowjob.
It could have. It really could have gone that way. If Tony wanted to swing that way, it could have. Because that's about where it ended.
You John Denver? No. Start sucking.
I would go into his office with like 7 inches and be like, "This is our band," and he'd be like, "Get the fuck out of my office." It was like a joke we had. But we'd play out the joke. It's really weird.
And every time that you would go into this guy's office in this joke, he was not interested in this.
No.
Like even in your like role play fantasies about this, you were like, nobody's gonna take it seriously.
Well, the thing that made us laugh and the reason we kept playing the joke out was because he would say, "All you bring me is a couple of records."
Couple of records.
Yeah. And we'd like giggle and shit about that.
I like it because I don't know what else he would want.
Yeah, like,
we brought you a couple of records. Are you interested?
Oh man.
I want to read the liner notes of 6 Feet Deep's like first album.
Yeah.
So that I can read like 2 paragraphs on why they're called that.
Oh,
because you know that's in there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I bet it's the cringiest shit.
Oh, it always is. I'm sure.
You know, only band I don't think I ever saw an explanation for their name, like, on their... Not the only band that never explained their name, but, like, the only band, like, Christian punk band, that never, like, tried to have a clever name and then explained the joke immediately, was Goaty Hook. I don't think I ever saw an explanation from them on that. Somebody else explained it to me.
Yeah.
We all knew.
At some points, that information got out, but they never were like, That was one nice thing. That, like, okay. That was my only, like, exposure at that point. So, that my only frame of reference was Christian punk shows.
Uh-huh.
At a Christian punk show, at some point, the band stops and they evangelize to the Christians in the audience already are drinking the Kool-Aid. Like,
yeah. You're not converting anybody at a Christian, like, rock show.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a chance at a Christian punk show that some kid could have brought his punk friend and been like, "Hey, listen, 90-pound wuss. They're like the dead Kennedys."
Don't let Jello hear you say that. But, Jello wishes he was 90 pounds these days.
But like, that was just the expectation. Was, well, at some point,
Was that a real band?
90-pound wuss? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I never heard of them.
They were. Man, they got weird.
What was their explanation for their name?
They didn't have one.
Okay, it's just 90 pound wuss.
I mean, they probably did. I only saw it once. They didn't explain it at the time. Eventually, they started having strippers on stage and using curse words and saying it was a parody.
Yeah, sure.
Were they trying to force a crossover hit? Is that what they were doing?
Not with that kind of music. They got very avant-garde. How do you say that phrase?
Avant-garde.
I said
Is it?
guard.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like very, very bizarre like, first album was just like really, I don't know, remember that Beastie Boys first album when they were a punk band?
Yeah.
It was like that. Like very messy, sloppy punk rock. Like early NoFX.
That should be every punk band's first album, though, right?
Yeah, sure.
You got to get your DIY creds.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Like, I taught myself how to play guitar, and then the second album you realize, oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. And then after that, their stuff was just bizarre and out there noise, punk. No, like, song structure, or anything like that.
Oh, that's weird.
They were the closest thing to street punk that Christian punk had for a few years.
All right, look,
No,
let me pull this up.
what was that band? 121?
121 came after.
Okay.
Yeah, 121 came after.
All right.
What do you got? Something Must Break?
Oh, I just was pulling them up so that I'd remember to listen to it later.
Okay,
Cause
that's you're gonna play a song, yeah.
Something Must Break is the second one listed on
Yeah,
the list here, though.
that's pretty much that's the one I could stomach at that point.
It's a girl song and then Something Must Break.
Yeah.
I don't know what girl song is, but I
don't
don't think I
remember.
want to hear it. Well, here, I'll play a little snippet of Something Must Break.
Wait for them to kick in.
It hasn't kicked in yet?
No. There we go.
Well, they got a mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I want any more of
Nah,
that.
you're good. You got the gist there.
Wow. Oh, man, when
Yeah.
those vocals first hit, though, I was like, oh, no, Craig's brother, Slick Shoes. All of the fucking punk bands from
Yeah,
the late
they were-
90s.
They were like hardcore. They were weird. They were like, there were some bands that were like, you shouldn't listen to this. You should only listen to God. It's like, dude, you're in a band. Like, I know Blaster, on one of their albums, they were evangelizing. They were like, you shouldn't watch horror movies. It's like, you're a horror punk band. What are you talking about? You're confusing fucking everybody, man.
I would love to see like a Tooth and Nail Fest 22.
There was one.
Really?
It was not really.
You're
that
catching COVID at that show.
Yeah,
though.
it happened. It happened. No, it happened at like. It happened pretty.
Peak COVID time.
Maybe like a month after the vaccine came out, before everybody could get the
No.
second shot.
Look, I'm not going to say at least they're weeding themselves out.
I don't know. I just imagine a bunch of these old Tooth and Nail bands that get up there and like, we're sorry about the God thing. Listen,
We're all literally Satanists, though.
we were young.
Well, yeah, the singer of that band, he went on to. There was like a mega church, like not Olstein's church, but there's some mega church that a lot of these guys, something about a hill song church. I don't know.
Hillsong sounds right.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds familiar.
They were a mega church that a lot of these guys ended up preaching at because it was like new and God for the 21st century. And then it like collapsed because of all the corruption, tax scams and shit. Yeah. And I listened to a couple podcasts with. There's a podcast that I listened to for a while. It was like Life After. I don't even remember, man. It was a guy who was also a preacher there, and they were basically like coming out of organized religion and trying to
do their own thing.
Yeah, not hate other people just because you know.
That's generally the first step coming out of organized religion too. Like, why don't we just do our own thing?
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, I'm not sure about any of this.
yeah. A lot of it was like, and eventually I just couldn't listen to it because the guy was just too into his own self. But there was a lot of interviews with like he would interview like prostitutes, like, and they would have that discussion where he's trying to be open to their way of life and he just can't.
Prostitute would be like, all you're bringing me is these records.
I ain't letting you suck on my titties for no records.
Yeah, like eventually he just got a little too hoity-toity for me. But
I'm imagining his response too when she says that. He's just like, "Oh no, I don't want to suck your titties. This is an interview.
Yeah,
Those records is a gift."
Yeah,
It's from Bob. He was a 90-pound wuss. Like, I'm gonna suck those titties.
It's like a pic. It's like a copy of 90-Pound Wuss's like first demo tape.
yeah.
Which, who knows? That might actually be worth something these days.
Yeah, that's who he wrote Girl Song about.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
I know there. I listened to that. I found that podcast because of a rabbit hole. I found it, fell down trying to see what happened to those guys, and I think it was like. I thought I was going to get some dirt about those early Tooth and Nail days, and they were like, "No, we were just kids."
We had
Like-
some Sour Patch Kids together, and then we were like, wow, these are too sour. They're the work of the devil.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We should form a punk band.
He said like the worst thing we ever did was we would have pee bottle battles with MXPX, where they would piss in bottles and throw it at each other's vans while they were like on tour.
That's not very Christian of
It
them.
is.
It says in the Holy Scripture, "Thou shalt not have piss bottle battles
Yeah, exactly.
on
I
your
think
tour
that's what
bus."
Something Must Break is about, is that the piss bottle just wouldn't break when they would throw it at the tour
Oh yeah,
bus.
it's gotta break. I can't not do it. This is Girl Song. Going.
I think I'd listen to the other one over this.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
No. This is all first album stuff.
I'm to the point where I can understand black metal vocals.
Yeah.
Did not understand a word that man said.
That makes one of us. Of course, they are in another language, so.
Yeah, those guys were.
Oh, a lot of it is, yeah. I'm like, who are you listening to?
They were. I think they evangelized, and then you see the Huntingtons, and they're just like, oh, they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna play, man.
This one's from the Book of Joey. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I saw that, and I was just like, oh, this is like a way better use of the time we're spending together here, guys. Keep playing songs.
I like, nah, we're not doing that.
I don't remember Goaty Hook ever doing that. I think they might have done it. I think the only time they got close was like at when one of the members left. I was at that show, Conrad. Yeah, that guy, Conrad. When he left the band, I think he like got up on stage and like said thanks for everything and gave a little
sermon.
little presentation.
A little PowerPoint about the Lord
Went backstage, got a handy.
from the prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All she
Actually-
wanted was a couple of records.
When the Huntingtons played over here at Love Drafts a couple weeks ago, like a lot of the Hook guys were there to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I saw the
cool.
pictures afterwards. I wouldn't have recognized them anyways.
I don't think I would have either. They were like the first concert that I went to, though.
Yeah.
It was in the sanctuary at our church. Which, I should look this up because the church that my dad used to go to when I was a teenager apparently is involved in some kind of... Oh, I remember what it is now. They're holding political events. Like openly.
Oh,
Great.
And that's not legal.
No.
is that the one that was in the news the other week?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
For showing that guy's Mastriano's movie?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but bunch
Hold
of Doug Mastriano's True American Patriot movie or whatever.
A movie?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Like-
a documentary.
Look, if Mike Lindell can make movies,
No, I'm just thinking like, is this like like a dramatized movie or a documentary?
I think it's a documentary.
Oh,
he's
but
a Republican, so it's
one of the
dramatized either way.
Saturday,
Yeah,
I was
true.
gonna say Saturday Night Live movies. It's one of the Saturday's Market movies.
Okay.
Oh my god, that fucking Saturday's Market Fever.
But like, no,
Trash bag.
Oh god.
they were originally showing it somewhere, and a bunch of people called and complained about it. They're like, "Oh, this is the movie promoting the January 6th riot." Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. And that place was like, "Okay, we are not going to be associated with this." They canceled it. They moved the showing to another place. A bunch of people called there. Same thing happened. So then he went on TV and said, "Well, we're gonna have the premiere, but we're not telling you guys where it is yet." And like,
Turns out there was a reason for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it was at a church, and a bunch of people called the IRS and said this church is holding political events. So the pastor was all over the news saying, "No, no, no, nobody ever said vote for me."
Sure.
Like there were no campaign signs here. It's not a political event.
What church is it?
Christ Community.
Where's that?
Somewhere in
Camp Hill.
Lancaster, I think.
Nah, it's Campbell.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Cumberland County Church faces backlash for showing film featuring Mastriano.
What do you think the turnout for that was?
Probably high.
Yeah, probably not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania. They're not dead yet.
Oh, Mastriano himself was there.
Of course he was.
Oh, they have a new executive pastor. I don't recognize that name. Yeah, I fucking hope they lose their tax exempt status.
That'll be amazing.
Fuck that church.
Yeah.
Although their youth center was amazing. They sold Ska Dawgs real cheap.
Ska Dawgs?
SKA, Ska, DAWG, dog. It's a hot dog.
Oh, I would have. Oh man, I would have been all over that.
Oh, I ate my share of Ska Dawgs. You know I did.
That's the name of my food truck, baby. We're bringing it back.
Let's do it.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
no.
We just fucking blast like the Aquabats and
Supertones.
Super
5 Iron Frenzy.
Supertones, absolutely. Yeah.
Insiders.
Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
No, I saw Mephistopheles, or Mephistopheles.
Yes,
Oh
that's it,
yeah.
pop up today. And I always enjoyed that name because of the clever pun.
Yeah. It's
But
a quality pun.
it was the first time I actually listened to them. I was like, oh no.
Casey listens to Mephistopheles in the car sometimes.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's so. I saw.
You can throw horns in anything as far as I'm concerned. It's fine.
There was a meme I saw that was like someone explained ska music as what a 13-year-old hears in his head when he gets mozzarella sticks. And I was like, yeah.
They had the good mozz sticks at the youth center too. And
Ska Dawgs.
and I never once got heartburn from the marinara. It was the best snack bar ever.
Jesus marinara, of course not.
Yeah, they blessed it with
Yeah, they did.
baking soda. But like they had a pool table. They had I think it was like 50 cents to play pool, but like they had a pool table.
I mean, you gotta get your money.
They had a Galaga machine.
How do you pay for Ska Dawgs?
First, I was thinking of saying, how many kids do you think fucked on that pool table? But then you said Galaga. How many kids do you think fucked on that Galaga machine?
Oh yeah, that joystick was inside some people. I think people were fucking the Galaga machine. I know I was.
Yeah.
I loved that thing.
Yeah, we didn't have we didn't even have a building at my church. We had a building we went to another church, but they just had a big open room. Which for some reason I realized when I'm reading Star Wars books, the series set during like when Jedi were around, they talk about like the great meeting room, and the picture in my head at somebody else like, dude, you're at the the Brothers in Christ church in Hershey. Like a bunch of Jedi sitting there listening to Yoda.
I'm having wistful thoughts about that youth center. As soon as my dad found, because that's where we would go for church on Sundays. Like the teens would go up there. As soon as my dad found out that that's what that place was like, he pulled me out and made me go to the adult services. This is why I don't talk to my fucking dad.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, you took Ska Dawgs away from me, dude. That's not cool. We're never talking again.
Damn.
Yeah, fuck that.
Never get between a man and his mott sticks.
Ska Dawgs. What
I
are these
loved
kids? Someone was back there like, what are we gonna? How do we get these kids engaged? And they saw a little dugout there skanking. And then the one guy the guy that sits on the chair backward, the Beto O'Rourke.
Oh no.
Was like, I got it. Ska Dawgs.
Ska Dawgs, but we gotta spell it with a W.
Yeah. Someone wrote it, and he was like, no! And he like wiped it out. AWG.
He had like the angry savant moment where
Yeah.
he's like, no, this won't do.
As soon as the pen came off the wall with the G, he turned around, and Doug was there with like a bunch of ones.
A bunch of crumpled up singles. Yeah.
Oh, Ska Dawgs, that's amazing.
My eyes started glowing red, and I'm just like, shut up and take my money.
You're bringing me all these dollars.
Dallas. DALIRS.
Dollars.
Yeah, that was the Furnace Fest that happened during COVID. I saw pictures
The
of it.
Furnace Fest.
Yeah, I saw
Sponsored by Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
probably. I really got, but it wasn't like the only old school tooth and nail band I saw there was Stave Saker. Everything else was like the post Further Seems Forever indie rock emo-ish stuff. I just remember the picture.
You should just caught yourself before just starting to smack talk emo. He's like, fucking emo-y stuff.
There was like a good 3 months where emo was cool, then it got real weird. When it first started, it was kind of cool.
I don't know, man. I just kind of lost interest at that point.
I pulled away.
Yeah.
Went,
I was like, I'd rather listen to Dookie. Like,
Yeah.
take me back to like 1990.
Yeah. I remember like
That's when I got old.
I remember when our band called it quits. Brad started a new band with some guys that some other like guys from other bands we knew, and it was like, oh yeah, we're going to be like Thursday kind of emo, and I was just like, I'm good, man. They didn't like they didn't ask me to join. I was just like, you guys have fun.
I didn't even mind Thursday that much at first. They were
No, I
pretty
didn't
good
either.
the first
They
couple
were-
records.
It was fun to see them live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was in the barn.
yeah. that it was cool because it was like I never saw anything like that at that point. You know,
I still think that place was one of the best venues.
oh yeah,
in this
absolutely.
area. If not the best, at least for the time.
Damn.
Especially when Formula busted the stage apart.
Oh my god. Formula?
Yeah, dude, that stage fucking flipped. I think Fleury. I think he stomped his feet and like part of the
He was a big guy.
part of the front of the stage like went 90 degrees up in the air.
Oh man.
And then they put it all back. I distinctly remember them getting piles of National Geographics to hold it, like to hold the planks to shim them.
That's amazing.
And they just nailed it back together.
Through the National Geographics?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wasn't part of the construction crew.
We're just incorporating this into the building now.
Yeah. But definitely at least shimmed with a bunch of National Geographics.
Oh,
I mean, that place was a death trap.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Fucking rusty farm equipment just hanging above all these kids.
I don't think I ever actually heard Formula. I only knew what their logo looked like because I was one of the people that like submitted a design to McAlpine.
To the contest.
He was like, we're trying to figure out a logo, and I was like, I could see if I could whip something up, maybe I like it. And he was like, yeah, totally. So like he just started asking around the class in like homeroom or something. But yeah, I don't think I once heard their music.
Well, you didn't. They were a cover band. They didn't play originals.
Really?
They never wrote any original
If
music.
they did, it was like one.
Oh.
That's why they got booked. That's why they got gigs.
What was the band that came after Formula?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh God, was it the one that Chris Croft was in?
Yeah.
Fuck, what was that called?
And subsequently, other people from Formula showed up.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Shit. Egan was in that, right? Don Egan?
I think so.
I think he was.
I remember I never actually saw them, but I remember they'd play like the right skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I saw them. Shit, man. I keep finding one of their CDs. Like, every time I go through my collection, I think I threw it away. And I didn't. And then I take a picture of it and send it to Don.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck. And then I must put it right back on the shelf, even though I intend to throw it away.
It's just like it's you pranking yourself. We've been through this with the disc that says, like, other side or some shit. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it is, or nothing. No. It's like a disc that says something, you put it in, this file says nothing, I think it is. I remember you saying you keep tricking yourself with that.
Yeah, I eventually I did throw that away. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Until.
Oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts not remembering the name of that band though.
I really don't remember. Yeah, Formula, they played covers. They played new metal covers.
Oh.
Well, popular metal covers of the time, which happened to be new metal, I guess. Like Deftones and stuff.
Deftones and Korn.
Mm-hmm. Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
Had to be a lot of different tunings.
But I helped hold Paul's fucking old ass drum set up. I don't know about the tunings.
Siva.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
It's back.
Yeah, because Paul didn't have his own drum set. He used Croft's dad's drum set, which was like it was like a Beatles starter kit, kind of old ass looking.
Oh man!
Don't hit this that hard drum set. So when I would go see, like, I remember they played at the pool across from the high school, and I basically earplugs and sat there and held the one cymbal stand because every time he would hit it, it would fall over.
Did he eventually get his own drum set?
I don't know. I think he learned how to play through school, and then I don't know. Or maybe he had a kit and it was trash and that one sounded better. But like, dude, bring your own cymbal stands because these things are terrible. Yes, sir.
Good times. Good times.
I
That's
remember
the show, everyone.
I remember
I feel like that's good.
the pictures from that Furnace Fest thing. I just remember because I'm in an old school Tooth and Nail Records Facebook group, and there's some guy that just has some big ass shorts. It was really weird. And they were like, "Oh, he always wore those shorts." And I forget what band it was, but they're like JNCOs, like wide, but they're shorts that end at his knees. And I guess that was his thing.
That sounds like something that like somebody would have drawn on their notebook in school.
Like
a cartoon character who wore pants like that.
Yeah, it was really weird. They were really weird. And I was like, oh, because that like
JNCO never made shorts, did
I don't
they?
think so.
I'm looking that up
maybe.
now,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. JNCO made shorts.
Did they?
Yeah. I had a pair or two.
I might try to track down a pair or two. Can you imagine 2022 Doug walking around in JNCO shorts?
Yes.
Me too.
I don't know. I've seen some big ass pants lately.
I haven't seen them in
Well, apparently JNCO's still in business.
I think they've gone in and out of business
Okay.
in
Were
the
they-
last.
were they like bought by like Levi or something?
Probably.
And then they just bring the name back out.
To go along with the style, because otherwise it won't sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, sure, you might get some sales, but I think that ship has long since sailed. I don't think that's coming back in any meaningful way.
This is part of the current lineup of
See,
shorts.
they just look like shorts.
They just look like shorts.
Is that the measurement of the opening though?
What?
Say like
17
14 inch.
That's the inseam, actually.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's not real JNCO.
Yeah, no.
Real JNCO is measured by the opening. I remember being like,
I
"Oh
found a
man,
picture of some
Tony, man, these have some 40-inch openings, dude."
that.
Yeah,
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
from JNCO.
man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the look.
That is the look.
That's it. Take
There's-
them babies, cut the bottoms off, and you are fucking styling.
There's some comfortable ass pants. though.
They weren't bad. I remember having to iron the bottom of mine.
You ironed them?
Yeah, because they would always roll up after you cut the bottom off.
Oh, okay.
So much fucking money and time trying to look poor.
I found how this is a JNCO product.
The pocket.
The long ass pocket.
That seems like such a stupid fucking
It looks like some shorts that an AI generated.
some stupid
Oh,
fucking
man.
pockets.
Like, are you really gonna put your whole fucking arm down that pocket to dig your wallet out or
I got
something?
my wallet. It's around my ankle.
Oh, you don't need to. Your wallet's gonna be on a chain.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's what chains are for.
It's the point of the chain wallet. It's not to keep people from stealing it. It's so you can get the fucker.
You know what? If these shorts weren't $100 on sale, I might order them.
Now chain wallets, those things have disappeared.
Yeah,
I'd never see anyone pull out a wallet on a chain.
I might do that.
Yeah, let's bring chain
I
wallets
could do a
back.
chain wallet. I could bring chain wallets back.
They have a plaid version of those shorts too.
That's ugly.
With the dumbass pockets.
Those are fucking 90s right there.
Yeah.
The racing stripes.
Yeah.
Those are $112 on sale, and I would not wear them, even if they were cheaper.
If someone can find me, if some random ass person wants to find me the JNCOs that they were wide leg, but they had the glow in the dark logo on the back pocket. 4032s, you send them to me, I'll wear those shits. I will wear those shits again. I
Wait,
remember the glow in the dark.
Oh, these are full length pants we're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
I was like,
shorts.
32 shorts for some people? Because, man, I'm short. I wear a 28 inseam.
I had a pair that, they had some big ass pockets, but the J was like a jester jester crown on top of them.
I remember that.
Those are some comfortable ass pants. And when the bottoms finally ripped far enough up my leg, I was like, fuck it. Now they're gonna be shorts. And when I got too fat for them, I safety pinned the button together.
I wasn't too into when they eventually went down the stripe down the side.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pair. I wasn't so into those. I didn't really like that look as much. Now, if they were camo, I probably would have been into them because camo was my jam. Camo was my jammo.
I had a non-JNCO brand that had a stripe down the side. It's like black with a white stripe, and it had a picture of a skunk on it somewhere. And fucking Caleb Hoppus made fun of me because they weren't JNCOs.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody had something to say about that, didn't they?
Yeah. Now I remember the first time I showed up with JNCOs. I went to what was the store in the mall?
Not Hot Topic.
No, they used to have like skateboarding shoes
Fishbone.
and everything.
Fishbone.
No,
No?
no, it was the East Mall. I want to say it was like Urban Outfitters or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I went to Urban Outfitters like 6th or 7th grade. I got my first pair of JNCOs, JNCO pipes. And I'd already been established as not cool then, so when I wore those into school...
Then you were a poser.
Yeah, it became the talk of a certain sect of people.
Oh, man.
And they'd be like, you must have fake JNCOs.
Oh, God.
Dude, where the fuck am I gonna find fake JNCOs? My mom doesn't even go to Saturday's Market.
I'll wear some Saturday's Market JNCOs. They'd be like spelled like JANKOS.
Jankies.
Yeah. Whew. The Alexander McQueens. That's bad.
Those are $264.
Doug, I don't know if t-shirts should be your game. I think denim work might be more lucrative.
Well, so you need special equipment for that.
You
That's
do.
why they're so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I was in that same boat. Like that's what set me on the path of like punk rock was Dookie hit. I was not cool. I did not even listen to music at that point. And by the time I got a hold of, man, it was like the five discs of doom. It was like Dookie.
Dude Ranch.
No, that came later.
Oh, okay.
Dookie.
Let It Happen.
No, these weren't all punk rock albums.
Oh.
Because
Let's
I
face it.
didn't know the difference at that point.
Let's face it.
No, that came later.
Mm.
Dookie, Presidents of the United States of America,
Okay.
16 Stone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Blanking on what the other two would have been, though. I had like 5 CDs.
When would this have been?
96, 97.
Alanis Morissette?
No. No, I could tell that difference.
That was definitely one of mine, was
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill.
Is there a Fuel record in there?
No.
Ooh. Everclear?
Yes.
So much
the
for
one with
the
Santa
Afterglow?
Monica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one with Santa Monica was... I don't
What
know.
was that?
Maybe it was
Filter?
No, I
Ooh.
wanted Filter so bad, but I couldn't get it. Couldn't find it anywhere. And it had an explicit warning.
I was gonna say your mom's like, no, that sticker over my flying fucking asshole.
Sparkle and Fade.
Okay, yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. I don't... Maybe there was only 4. The four discs of Doom.
Those are good albums.
This is not a bad introduction. Not
Ah.
a bad... But I got them like a year after everybody was like, fuck that shit. We're into Wu-Tang now. So, and then, like, really, it was getting skate shoes, like, God, convincing my mom to get me $50 Airwalks. When we got the...
Ken's got fake Airwalks.
we could just go right over to McCrory's and pick
Yeah,
up a pair of shoes
it's
for
in the
$10.
backyard. Exactly. I remember getting shoes at Jamesway that summer or whatever. And it was like, I was just like, I distinctly remember looking to be like, like, maybe like, it kind of, no, that's a white ass shoe. It's not in any way look like a skate shoe.
You get so much pussy in these Airwalks.
Man, these shoes are so cool. I could probably kickflip in the boom. I'll just go to the moon. What?
That's how that works.
Yeah.
You get the cool shoes.
And you're a skater. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. I never landed a kickflip once.
Man, I was so ill prepared for high school.
Oh yeah. No. No wonder we ended up together.
I had such a weird picture in my mind of what high school was supposed to be. I remember when we're in 8th grade and they took us up to the high school at the end of the year to show us around and be like, this is where you're going. Like, me and Keeney would be sitting on the bus and Keeney would be like, I might go to parties.
I think
There's gonna be a lot
about
of parties, and I might go to parties. Motherfucker wasn't a party in fucking 4 years of high school.
Nope.
There's probably like 800 parties every year.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But-
Not invited to none.
oh
Yeah.
man.
No,
We made up for partying after high school, though.
we did.
Keeney included.
Yeah,
Did we?
Keeney partied pretty hard.
yeah. In my bathroom.
Keeney chugged all of Josh's Jägermeister because I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... I remember because I finally got my airwalks. It was way fucking late. Everybody was in the dress like hip-hop at that point. And I was like, well, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is it
This
now.
is just me.
I'm gonna
I
be-
blew my wad on
Yeah.
punk.
Yeah.
I can't be a hip hop
Nope.
head.
At
Yeah.
least I don't want to be one of those bad kids, so I thank God for Christian punk.
Yeah.
Can't be one of those bad punks. You know,
Oh,
it was either
man.
Christian punks or the fucking punks from the 80s movies, I guess.
That's why Ken wanted to kick my ass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was there listening to like Goaty Hook and MXPX, and he saw me walking down the hallway in a Misfit shirt. And he's like, "I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, you fat poser! Your fake JNCOs."
Exactly what happened. I trip him and I skanked away. Hey, Doug, and I fly. Skanking him.
Beat your ass and go eat some Ska Dawgs.
Oh man. And I'd walk over and just be like, I don't have real JNCOs either. And you'd be like, these are real JNCOs.
Yeah, even like the like skater kids not accepted in that crowd. Nope, not accepted because it was like you're not into White Zombie and Marilyn Mason.
Marlon Mason.
Weirdo.
Marlon Mason almost got you some ass.
Yeah.
I think it could have.
All he had to do was say yes, and Wanda was gonna throw him some.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in Kenny.
Like, all right, Kenny,
Kenny.
meet me behind the dumpster.
Make
Get in here.
Make sure you bring your dick.
Bring your dick and some Marlon Mason records.
I got the Crisco. Get in here, Kenny. The beautiful people. Come on, Kenny. Take your hatred out of me.
Smells like children.
Oh man.
It's too bad Marilyn Manson turned out to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's worthless. Awful. But Marlon Mason.
Marlon Mason, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
she totally fucked behind a dumpster. She totally fucked Becky and Joe behind a dumpster in Pineford.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
So, I was a senior by the time the whole crew was in high school.
Yeah. Well, were you?
Yeah, he was a senior.
Yeah, you would
my
have been. You're
freshman
2
year.
years ahead of me. So
Was I a senior your freshman year?
Yeah.
Were you guys in the same class?
No.
No.
Well, kind of. I failed all my freshman classes, so like kind of. But I was a year ahead of them, officially.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was still ill-equipped for high school at that
Oh, yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I was about to graduate, and I was just like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I was. No, I was not. I mean, like I got Tony and Jake were my friends. They both moved. Tony and we were in the band, so he would like still stay with me on the weekends and shit. And we were friends up until like 10th grade. I mean, I want to say we weren't friends after that, but
Yeah.
till the band broke up in like 10th grade, I think. And then, I mean, it was just my girlfriend until he talked to me in McConaughey's class, and I had actual not church friends. Because everybody was pretty much spreading, like, not going to church or youth group at that point anyways.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fun when you're can't drive.
Right. When you've got nothing better to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome. Gives you something to do.
Yeah.
Wait, we can hang out at the Sheets?
Nah, that was pre-Sheets.
That was
man.
definitely
Yeah.
pre-Sheets.
That was
The closest Sheets was in Marietta.
Yeah.
At that
Walmart was the place to hang out
Walmart.
Ooh.
Mhm.
for a long time because that was the only 24-hour joint.
The Mushroom Hill one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eaton Park too.
I didn't really go there.
Yeah, that was a separate crew
Yeah.
that eventually
Only
became
I
part of the
driven.
same crew.
Yeah. Theme park is not my jam.
I mean, look, Eaton Park was interesting.
Yeah.
The food wasn't great. The service was...
What food is great after 9 p.m.?
Well, Eaton Park wasn't great during the day. It was just very mediocre diner food. The service wasn't awesome because the servers knew us.
Yeah.
And familiarity breeds contempt. We were going to tip them well whether they did well or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
'Cause
fuck those
you're
guys.
gonna hear about it tomorrow if you don't. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we were over there taking up like 4 booths
Yeah.
all night. So...
Yeah. Yeah, high school was... It's amazing. Not one party.
Yeah, that's
Not one. You would think at some point.
I mean I heard tell.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Not a one.
Didn't get tell, I heard tell.
Not a fucking party.
Yeah, I remember bike day one year.
Oh yeah,
Someone
that was
like,
a
oh
thing.
yeah, we were over at so and so's house last night. Were you there? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Thanks
you-
for telling me.
Have you ever seen me outside school before?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Just the fact that you think I would be there says you have no fucking clue who I am.
Yeah. Yep.
I got close to going to parties once I started hanging out with the Formula crew, I think.
Mm.
But not really. Not really. Because they broke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they all went to college then too.
Yep. Oh yeah, they dispersed, man.
Yeah.
I remember Greg McAlpine mostly because he's the only person I ever knew who owned a mini disc player.
Yeah.
Just him. I got to see
Mike
it once.
did too. Mike
Did he?
had one. Yeah.
I never really knew Mike all
Yeah.
that well though.
I know Mike did. I think I have no idea why we'd have been on a bus together, but we were on a bus together. Even though he lived completely opposite direction. Where we, I don't know, whatever. But we were on a bus. And
You were on the bus with the long route.
I guess.
I got on the wrong bus a couple of times.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out the first day of school.
I was just really paranoid that I was on the wrong bus the first time I rode the bus to school. And I kept asking everybody, is this the bus that goes to John C. Kunkel Elementary School?
Uh-huh.
The whole name of the school to each person. I'd say it and they'd laugh or something,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, okay, fuck it, this person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm gonna go ask that guy, is this the bus that goes to John C. Kunkel Elementary School? And they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, it's right over there. Directly across the street. Why are you riding the bus?
I didn't.
Did you ever get that Asperger's test? Or weren't you thinking you might have had Asperger's or autism or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, because that's
I've
very...
taken tests. I've never gone to the doctor
Yeah.
for it though, because that's a waste of money.
Sure.
There's nothing they can do for you.
But because that's...
They can be like, yeah, it sounds like you're autistic.
That
Have fun
definitely
with
sounds
that
like
knowledge.
an autistic person.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, man. I think all the weird stuff that seemed cool that I used to do back in school was just me being an autistic kid.
Yeah.
Like when I gave you that disc.
Right. Well, it's either autistic or comedic brilliance. That's a fine
I'll take
line.
both.
Yeah, because that was fucking funny. That was hilarious. That you just come up to me and you said nothing.
Wordless, yeah.
Wordless. Hands me a disc that says FDA, and then walked away. And I took it home, and it's Bert and Ernie talking about butt fucking, fucking that ass, Bert.
I probably should have at least said, don't do it in front of your mom.
it was inferred. I didn't think.
Right.
I probably wouldn't have put it in the computer.
If I was like, yeah, here, check this out, you might have done it when your mom was present.
Maybe if you any indication.
The
over
mysterious circumstances.
I think if there
though.
was any like subterfuge as to what was actually on it, I may have. If you were just like, yeah, it's a funny video or whatever. It's a real player file.
Right. You might have to install software that takes over your entire computer to watch this. And it's a 4-second clip on a floppy disk. Oh fuck.
Oh, nostalgia.
It would have been. I don't have a disk drive, but if every one of those Blind Dead discs had the FDA flash animation on it, would have been amazing. That's a long fucking con.
Yeah. I don't think I ever looked to see if that was still a thing that exists on the internet. Bert, Ernie, fucking dat ass.
Oh, motherfucker.
Mess it up.
That's why.
Ooh. Wow.
Well, that's not it. It's the joke, though. Wait, what's that?
Oh, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Doing the pigeon. What do you mean, Ernie? The pigeon, fuck that ass. Fuck that ass. Fuck that ass.
Newgrounds.
Wow, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Newgrounds.
that's what it was.
I had my contact in backwards all day. It's been driving me crazy, and I just realized it was backwards.
Ooh.
You've seen
Yeah.
it in other dimensions and shit.
That ain't how it works. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works.
No, you generally still see everything correctly. It's just a very irritating eyeball.
A very irritating eyeball sounds like a Kingdom of Loathing item.
It's a 90-pound wuss song.
Yeah.
It's just a description of the singer for 90 Pound Wolf.
They did a song. The singer did a solo, I don't know, very bizarre music under the name this. His name's Jeff Suffering was his stage name.
Oh.
And his solo stuff was called This Suffering on a very underground Christian punk label. I got a compilation, and it was the weirdest fucking song to because back then I would go to sleep to music, and then I'd wake up with this 16-minute track of just this dreamy ass weird music.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was weird.
Oh, man. It was 16 minutes long?
Yeah.
And they put it on a compilation?
Yeah.
They must have really liked it.
I mean, it was memorable.
Even if they thought it was super good, I feel like when you're putting together a comp, you're like, yeah, but we can't use up 16 minutes of this disc on one song.
Right. No, they did.
Oh, man.
I think.
No.
I hope I still have that. See, even back then, yeah. Okay, so half that long. 8 minutes though. Just imagine waking up to this in the middle of the night. Just get in the middle of it.
That's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Yeah. And so on and so forth for 8 minutes and 34 seconds.
That's like what if this Christian punk band was a really, really terrible 80s goth rock band?
Yeah, it sounds like something that somebody wrote for a David Lynch, a Twin Peaks episode.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh, the new series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, even back then I wasn't Tooth and Nail was a little too mainstream for me eventually. I had to get into the real underground Christian punk stuff. Okay.
I mean, it's probably good that, like, there's not a whole lot of memorable stuff that came out of that, because probably finding a lot of that would be a bitch these days.
Yeah.
So if, like, songs surface in your head, you're trying to find them, it's one of those kind of crusades that can last years.
Yeah. That's why I joined the Facebook group, because the guys in the band Grand Sane, I can get to their old website using the Wayback Machine, and I can download 3 of the songs that were released after their demo tape. No, I can download 1 of them. 2 of them I can't get. And I'm like, I have no way of even knowing who these guys are. I got 1 of their names. So maybe some of these guys would be on this group, but then I just never bothered, because they're from like Shippensburg, so they might be still available. I'd be very let down when I listen to it, though.
Yeah, it's not going to be worth the squeeze.
No, because I remember Josh shattering that, as he's known to do. When I think something awesome, he points out why it's not, and they're like, "Yeah, it sucks." It was that song where the breakdown was, "Jesus, you died on that cross," and you're like, "This is lame."
Are those the actual lyrics?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty weak breakdown.
And it was a song that I always listened to, and I like the music part, and but then Josh pointed out how lame the breakdown was. I was like, yeah, you're totally right.
You're right. This is awful.
I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Even back then, you were the light bringer, Josh.
Improving my tastes, we'll say.
Fuck. There is actually... I think I might have even brought this up on the show before, because it has been years that I've been looking for this track. And it's a live recording of a band called Abominations.
Oh, I think we did talk about this at some point.
And the song was called... It's either the band was The Abominations and the song was Parchment, or the band was Abominations and the song was called The Parchment.
Okay.
But it was a live recording of it. I can find the studio version of the song.
Live version.
I want that live version. It was actually it was recorded horribly.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have
Oh,
good
yeah, for
equipment at a venue that this band was performing at. Like, I don't think they ever really went anywhere, honestly.
That's like the band Speedy Delivery. They were one of the Philly Christian punk underground bands that I was really into. Still have that fucking t-shirt.
Wow.
I have the 121 shirt too, but that one doesn't have sleeves anymore. Speedy Delivery shirt's still in prime condition.
Does that mean that you didn't wear it?
No, I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did. I just made sure to take care of that baby.
I remember that shirt.
But when they broke up, they, like, on their website, it was like, "Hey, send us $6, we'll send you this live tape." And I still have the tape, and I'm, like, very protective over making sure anytime I transfer any data that all those songs go, because they're the best version of those songs. And, like, the one time a year I want to listen to them, that's what I want. I don't want to listen to their shitty record with the terrible drums.
You have that backed up on Backblaze too?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit's...
There are sections of my MP3 collection that are in another folder separate from the main MP3 collection, just to make sure they're backed up.
Yeah.
Same with TV shows. I like some obscure TV shows.
Anything's hard to get, I back up offsite with Backblaze. Yep.
So, yeah, that live recording of that Parchment song was... Like, it was like a million times better than the studio recording. It was like lightning in a bottle. I loved it. And I remember when you started playing the file, the first thing that it was just them, like, talking before they started playing the song, and it cuts in with the guy saying, "Fucking poison the well." And then there's, like, line buzz, and then they start playing the song.
Yeah, that band sucked live.
Yeah, they did. I legitimately fell asleep.
Which one?
Poison the Well.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I had earplugs in. I was against the wall. I dozed off. That's all. They're a hardcore band.
They
I was sick, but, you know.
I can listen to, like, their first 2 albums, maybe 3 albums, and it was cool stuff, I thought, but seeing them live, like, just totally nope.
I had no energy, and I remember the singer kept, like, going like this. like, look at us, almost. That's my recollection.
Like presenting.
Like, quite a few times. Now, as I said, I was sick and nodding in and out at the show, but he was very proud of himself, it seemed.
I forget who all they played with. I remember American Nightmare was one of the bands.
I think Shia Hulud played. For some
No,
reason.
Shia
No, they
Hulud
played with
played
Andrew WK.
the Andrew WK
Yeah, that's
show.
right.
Ooh, that sounds like a good show.
I think it was Shia Hulud, Andrew WK, and Madball.
I think Madball might have been at the Poison the Well show.
No, Madball was at the Boy Sets Fire show.
Okay.
Was that the Poison the Well show?
Maybe. It might have been. I just... My memory is where I was... I'm trying to, like, okay, I know I watched them from this angle at the community club. So I saw these bands from this angle, so they may have been playing together. I know we watched Madball from that side of the stage.
I like this insight into like the arrangement of your mind palace.
Yes, exactly.
Bands I saw from stage left, bands I saw from stage right.
Absolutely.
All right, game time.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Spark, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser.
Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise?
No, Spark, it happened in Florida.
All right, our states this week:
Yeah, games.
Florida, California, and Georgia. Headline number 1. Armed gunman on parole and wearing ankle monitor robs Boost Mobile store in broad daylight.
You know, that's not at all where I expected that headline to go when he started saying it.
Headline number 2. Man drives stolen truck to government base on presidential mission to warn of aliens. Headline number 3. Man gets stuck in stovepipe after attempting to enter Little Caesars from roof.
Okay, so how does this work? Do I need to recuse myself from the competition?
You know.
But, well, I know where you got the article from.
Well,
Do
Doug,
you know what state it was in?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's the winning state.
Oh,
we're going to pass this over to you then.
So,
all right. Well, I'm gonna put that one in Florida.
well, no, I don't. I'm not saying that one.
Oh,
One of the stories.
one of the
I
stories.
know which one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first. Fuck, man. I'm gonna put. Will you run that first one by me again?
Armed gunman on parole and wearing ankle monitor robs Boost Mobile store in broad daylight.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in California. I'm gonna put. Honestly, I am still going to put Little Caesars in Florida.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put the second one. The secret
aliens.
military base alien warning. Yeah, I'll put that in. I guess that makes that Georgia.
Ken?
Okay. So, the secret military base was in Florida. The Little Caesars, I'll put that in California, and then the armed gunman with the ankle brace in Georgia.
Well, you each got one right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida was indeed our man warning everyone of the aliens coming.
Warning everyone in a secret military base of the aliens coming?
Stole a car,
space
stole a
base.
truck, drove to Space Force, the Space Force
Space
base down in
Force.
Florida.
You would think that they already knew, right?
Yeah. You would think.
Like, they would be the people you don't have to warn.
Hold on.
They're the ones that are keeping
do
everyone
you
else
have
from knowing
what he
about
told
it.
them?
No.
It was like to warn them that United States aliens were gonna fight Chinese dragons.
I wish I'd had what he told them.
Oh yeah, I read
my.
the article.
Wow. Okay, if that context had been there, I probably would have put that
Yeah.
in Florida too. Yeah.
Yeah, the armed
nuts.
gunman was California,
Okay.
and Little Caesars is Georgia.
God. Imagine breaking into a Little Caesars.
What could possibly be in there that's worthwhile?
There's $20 worth of pizza in that whole building.
Exactly. There's nothing in the register.
No.
Like,
And you know what? You're breaking in after hours, I assume. It's
Yeah.
not. It's neither hot nor ready.
yeah, exactly.
The only two selling points that Little Caesars has. It's not those things anymore. I guess it got cheaper if you were going to steal it.
I guess.
If that's why he was
You're
breaking
like
in.
all about Little
If he
Caesars.
was breaking in to steal the pizza, that makes the story so much funnier. It's probably not what
It's
happened.
just like, I bet I could fit down the row.
It was just a dare.
But it's not like it's
You can
not
use
like
that as
it
a
goes
defense in court.
straight. Like what? It's a steam pipe.
Yeah.
So it's not like it just. It's not like there's.
It's not a straight shoot.
Yeah, it's not like there's a fireplace in the Little Caesars.
Yeah. You're not Santa Claus coming down
Yeah,
the chimney.
exactly.
Oh, no. No, I bet you could use that as a defense in court, though. If they were like, so you attempted to burglarize this Little Caesars, you could be like, who the fuck attempts to burglarize a Little Caesars? It was obviously a drunken bet.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see if it would work.
They took all my money away from me before I came in here, and I still have more money than a Little Caesars.
In fact, I would like to countersue for slander.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to think I'm
How
that
dare
poor.
you suggest that poor or that stupid?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That drunk, maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now brings us to the joke of the week.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
Gentlemen, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Is it a lookalotopus? No, that wouldn't be.
That's probably what.
It's not a dinosaur name.
No,
It's more like a
you're right.
platypus.
Yeah.
Like a lotopus. You never heard the lookalotopus before?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Doug's singing the hits on Joke of the Week this week. Lesbian dinosaur.
What would you call a lesbian dinosaur? Extinct.
Nice.
Joke of the week, everybody.
Nice. I like it.
Aw. That joke turned out to be sad.
If it makes you feel better, the original answer was Lickalotopus, but when I read that, I was like, that's dumb.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's like,
It's not a
I was like,
dinosaur
that's
name.
a platypus. That's not a dinosaur.
Yeah.
All right.
You were in the right to
Okay,
do that
all right,
punchline.
nice. All right, I dig it.
Like, I'm gonna have to fix that one.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I
Anyways,
thought.
like, actually,
I was like, if I try to pass that off to Doug, we'll be like, that's not a fucking dinosaur.
And I'm like a lot of puss.
And then, that's not a fucking dinosaur.
time to light burger this shit. They're dead. Thanks for listening.
Look a lot of puss. I saw you on the cross.
Oh boy.
But you cannot fuck around with.
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.